G'day, I'm Ben.
And I'm Simone, and this is our mate, George the farmer. Today we're taking a look at fruit farming.
And the fruit farm that we're at today is an apple orchard in Lenswood in South Australia's Adelaide Hills. And guess what? It's harvest time.
Farmer Joel and his crew start picking apples in late February, and they're still picking in March, April, and sometimes May.
Joel, how do we know when these awesome apples are ready to pick?
Well, Ben, that's a really good question, isn't it? Because we've got to get it right. I reckon the best way is just to have a nice big bite, But of course, when we've got a lot of fruit and we've got to get over a lot of blocks, we've got to make sure we get them at their peak. So what we do is we take an apple, we cut it in half, and then we can spray some iodine solution on it to measure the pattern of the starch clearing from the core. That gives us a really good indication of just how sweet the apple is.
As the apples lose starch and ripen, the dark iodine stain fades. When the stain is light grey, we know they're ready.
Gee, that is delicious. Joel's right. These apples are perfectly ripe.
Oh, they certainly are, Simone. Oh, hey George, the workers are picking now. I think we should give them a hand.
Around 300,000 tonnes of apples are grown in Australia each year. That's something like 2 billion apples, or around 60 or 70 apples per person. And they're grown commercially in Australia everywhere except the Northern Territory. The production period from flowering to harvest varies from approximately 105 to 205 days depending upon the type of apple and where it's grown. Susie works for the association representing South Australia's apple growers. She says the Adelaide Hills are the perfect spot to plant an apple orchard.
Here in the Adelaide Hills we have warm, beautiful, long sunny days and then cool, crisp nights, which really helps bring out beautiful colour and flavour in the apples. We're always looking to find new varieties that suit our growing conditions better. We have an abundance of pink lady apples here in the Adelaide Hills, as well as many of the other common varieties such as Gala and Fuji, and a lot of the newer varieties such as Rocket, which we can see here today.
Crunch, crunch, munch on the tasty apple. There's many lovely kinds to try. Royal, Gala, red and gold, delicious, Jazz, Granny Smith and Fuji. All have different colors, taste and texture. Grab any apple you will see. Tasty apples for you, tasty apples for me. They're healthy as can be. Tasty apples for you, tasty apples for me, they're healthy as can be.
Well, it looks like today's harvest is just about over. Let's follow these apples all the way to the packing shed.
At the packing shed, the apples are washed, sorted and graded before being boxed up, ready for sale. Technology plays a part in determining fruit quality. It's important to ensure that each apple tastes as good as it looks, so lots of photos are taken both inside and out, in colour and in infrared. Those images are turned into a 3D picture which makes it easy to tell if there are any internal or external defects, and how red or green the skin is, which helps with the quality grading. Matt helps to run the packing shed, and he's been showing us around.
Oh, crikey, Matt, there are so many apples here. What are we going to do with them all?
Well, our customers want apples all year round, so we put them in the fridge and put them to sleep.
This process is called cold storage. In cold storage, the oxygen, carbon dioxide, temperature and humidity is regulated so that the apples go into hibernation. While they're resting, they won't ripen, and this enables the industry to provide quality fruit to consumers year-round.
So, does that mean we should take our apples at home and put them in the fridge as well?
Definitely. If you'd like them to last for longer, that's what you'll do.
Excellent.
Lots of rows of very tasty apples all ready for harvesting. Pick those apples high above your head, and it's up to the packing shed. Sort all the apples for size and quality. It's all done by clever machines. Pop them in a box and put them on a truck, and it's off to the supermarket. Taste the apples for you, taste the apples for me. They're healthy as can be.
Well, I don't know about you, George, but I reckon we'll be polishing off these apples before they make it anywhere near the fridge.
And Matt's given us a great recipe for apple turnovers. Let's head back to the kitchen and give it a go.
Oh, wow, George, that is a groovy way to core an apple.
It sure is. Do you know that apples are actually healthier to eat with their skin on because there's lots of healthy fibre found close to the skin. And for our open apple turnovers that we're making today, that's perfect.
So, Simone, what ingredients are we going to need today?
We need apples, lemon juice, cinnamon, brown sugar and puff pastry. And it's really easy to put together. Remember to ask an adult for help in the kitchen. Don't forget to wash your hands, kids. Pop them in the oven at 200 degrees and they'll take about 15 minutes to cook.
Oh, wow, Simone, they look amazing. And they were super easy to make and very quick to cook.
Let's get stuck into them. Thanks for joining us for our apple adventure.